Welcome back, fifth grade. Today we're going to talk about division and how division relates to fractions. So I want you to consider these two problems, 2 divided by 3 versus 3 divided by 2. What's the difference between them? Does it matter? Are they the same thing? Well, in multiplication, when we have 2 times 3, we know because of the commutative property, 3 times 2 gives you the same result, right? But, and in addition, 2 plus 3 is the same as 3 plus 2. But subtraction and division are different, right? The order does matter, and it matters. We're going to see why right now. So what does 2 divided by 3 mean? Well, 2 divided by 3 means you have two things, and you're dividing it in 3 equal parts. So how would you draw that? So let's draw 2 rectangles and let's divide them into 3 equal parts. Well, typically the best way to do this is to divide each of the rectangles into 3 equal parts. Okay, so we have 2 whole rectangles. Each of them are divided into 3 equal parts. Now the question would be is if you're sharing this, if you're sharing the 2 rectangles amongst, let's say, 3 people, how much would each one get? Well, let's say that Rebecca and Sean and Natalia are going to share these yellow rectangles. Maybe they're some kind of new candy bar, okay? There's 2 of them, and there's 3 people. And so the question is how to distribute it evenly amongst them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put their initial in their slice, okay? So Rebecca is an R, Sean is an S, and Natalia is an N, okay? That takes care of one of the yellow candy bars. So now let's go to the second yellow candy bar. Rebecca gets 1/3, Sean gets 1/3, and Natalia gets 1/3. Well, so now we've divided evenly. Everybody got the same number of pieces. How much did each one get? Well, if each piece is 1/3, Rebecca, I see, has 2 of them. She got 2/3. What about Sean? He got 1/3 there and 1/3 there, 2/3. What about Natalia? 1/3 there and 1/3 there. She also got 2/3. 2/3. 2 divided by 3 is 2/3. 2 divided by 3 is 2/3. So this is typically how we say division, but we know that we could also say division this way, right? We could read 2/3 as 2 divided by 3. Okay, so now let's 3 divided by 2. Now we have 3 of the yellow candy bars and only 2 people sharing. So let's say we have Thomas and Isabella. And they are going to share 3 yellow candy bars, but there's only 2 of them. So each one would get split into 2 equal parts. And so again, Thomas gets a piece, Isabella gets a piece. Thomas gets a piece, Isabella gets a piece. Thomas gets a piece, Isabella gets a piece. So how much did Thomas get? Well, he got a half there, a half there, and a half there. How much did he get altogether? Well, he got 3 halves. Now, we don't typically say it that way. What do we say? We say 1 and 1/2 because 2 of the halves make a whole, and you still had 1/2 left. How much did Isabella get? Well, she got 1/2, 2 halves, 3 halves. 3 halves as a fraction is 3 divided by 2. It's just that we typically write division this way, but I like division written as fractions. So now I want you to look at the drawing that we have, and I want you to tell me what's the division problem that it shows. So give that a moment for you to think. Well, the way I'm going to think about it is that I see there are 3 wholes, right? So we're taking 3 and we're dividing it by how many equal parts? Well, you can see each one is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. This demonstrates 3 divided by 4. Now, let's use our example. If we had these were candy bars, now they're white candy bars. And let's say we have Riley, I'm just going to use first initials now, Mohammed, and Ethan, I can cover 2 of you with that one, and Maurice. Okay, oh, I can't have 2 M's. Sorry, Maurice. Who am I missing? Chris. Okay, so Riley gets a piece, and Muhammad gets a piece, and Ethan gets a piece, and Chris gets a piece. And then we'll do the second thing, same thing on the second candy bar. Riley, Muhammad, Ethan, Chris. Riley, Muhammad, Ethan, Chris. Now, how much did each one get? Well, each one got, let's look at Riley's. I'm going to highlight Riley's. She got 1 piece there, which is a 4th. She got another piece there, which is another 4th. And then a 3rd 4th. She got 3/4. Oh, what was our division problem again? 3 divided by 4 means everybody gets 3/4 of a candy bar. So take a look at this one. See if you can figure out what the division problem is. Pause the video and give yourself a moment. Okay, now we're back and we want to see what the division problem is. Well, I can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things being divided, right? 5 things are being divided, and each one is divided into 6 equal parts. So this is demonstrating 5 divided by 6. So now I'd like you to open your books to page 367, please. Okay, so let's do a couple of these together. So number 1, well, the instructions say to draw lines on the model to complete the number sentence. So we have 6 friends sharing 4 pieces equally. Well, you can see the 4 pizzas. So how many equal parts would each one need? Well, for 6 friends, each one of them need to be broken into 6 equal pieces. So something like that. And 4 divided by 6 is 4/6, but we know that we can simplify that to 2/3. On number 2, it says 4 brothers share 5 packs of stickers. Well, you see the 5 packs of stickers, and if there are 4 brothers, we would divide each sticker pack into 4 equal parts. So 5 divided by 4 is 5 divided by 4, 5/4, and we would write that as 1 1/4. On number 3, 12 friends share 3 melons. Now you have to remember that the melons are being shared, so that's what you would draw 3 of. So 3 divided by 12, 3 melons divided by 12 people, and you would simplify that to 1/4. So the biggest challenge here is to know what the dividend is and what the divisor is. How much are we starting with, and how many ways are we dividing it? How many equal groups do we want? So 3 students share 8 blocks of clay equally. How many blocks of clay are there? 8, and it's being divided or shared by 3 people. So then we would do 8 divided by 3, which is 2, with 2 left over, 2 2/3. Okay, I want you to try 5, 6, 7 on your own right now. Pause the video and then come back. All right, let's see how you did. 5 and 6 are pretty clear cut, but 7 does say you have to think smarter. Did you think smarter? So if Carmen is part of both groups sharing muffins, so the first group shared 12 muffins by 8 people. So that is 1 4/8, which is the same as 1 1/2. And then the second group has 15 muffins shared by 6 people. 15 divided by 6 is 2 3/6, which is also could be the fraction could be made into 1/2. So 2 1/2, 1 1/2 plus 2 1/2 gives us a total of 4. That's why that's the correct answer. All right, you're going to keep working. Do the practice page, check your work, and I will see you later.